Bioactive tank setups are best for crested geckos, but when they're babies, you're probably going to keep them in tubs. When they become juveniles, it's time to move them into a bioactive setup. But when you have 5 of them that you're raising to sell, you're not going to set up 5 really nice setups. You could set up 5 of these, but these are too small. So my plan of attack is turning the tubs bioactive. I caught the geckos, I did get bit once, and since I'm doing this for cheap, I'm going to be using 1 brick per tub. I think each one of these was like $8 a piece, so really not too bad. And then I just got some leftover supplies that I'll top it all off with. I got 1 brick in one of the tubs. I'm going to show you guys building this one, and then I'll build 4 more off camera. This is how much water I'm going to use. This is just a spray bottle. It is 1.5 quart capacity. It's a little bit much, but it should be okay. I'm not doing a drainage layer in here, and be careful with this stuff because once it's wet, it's hard to make dry again. Did not let it sit long enough, but I might add a little bit of water too. I'm gonna mix all the stuff that goes on top of the substrate, some leaves. I got some reptile safe charcoal, I just need to break it up. Whatever you do, don't inhale the black smoke. A good bioactive setup has isopods, and this tank definitely can share some. I'm also going to add in some springtails. Crested geckos love to climb, so I'm definitely going to add in some driftwood. A good bioactive setup needs plants, but there's going to be no lighting, or not much at least, so that's where pothos are going to come in. A trick I learned is you want to plant the plant first, and then add the top layer. When it comes to driftwood, I find the driftwood, I fill a bucket up with the hottest water my sink can do, and then I top it off with boiling water. Then some white vinegar. After 10 or 15 minutes, I'll come out and flip around the driftwood. I flipped the pieces over a couple of times. I don't think this one's gonna be very good. And if I was doing this for an aquarium, I'd probably do a better job, but this should be all right because I'll also have isopods and this should kill all the bacteria. So if anything does arise, the isopods will eat it. The next step is rinsing off the driftwood in the kitchen sink. Then I'll just let the wood dry for a couple of minutes. To make the walls look nice, I'll mist them down. Get the dirt off. The dirt will make these enclosures more humid, and right now I only have 2 holes on the side, and this one's only got a small hole, so I might have to upgrade this in the future. This gecko's out. It would be good to add in some crickets, but I don't have any on hand, so I'm going to add in some gecko paste. I just use water bottle lids. These are really good because once the food goes bad, you can flip them over and the isopods will clean them out. The driftwood's still wet, but I can't wait. I set these guys up in November of 2023, and now it's January of 2024. These guys are doing great. To start off with, I had a couple of mold problems, but other than that, it's all good. I do have these food caps over in the corner. Isopods eat the food. If it gets out of hand with mold or something, just throw them away. This is not a necessary step by any means, but other than that, these guys are doing great.